Come here, come here. Can I tell you a secret? Well, I bet that got you interested, didn't it? Can you remember a time when someone shared a secret with you? Maybe they had confidence and trusted you that you would hold the information that they gave you really carefully. Maybe it would be of real benefit to you to have the knowledge that you were now given. But maybe also there was a real responsibility from what you'd heard and what you now did with it. And perhaps your response to the information that you had might affect greatly the course of your life and your future and what would really happen from now on. Well, our new series that we're starting today is called Secrets of the Kingdom. And Jesus, when he was on earth, and as we read about him in the pages of Scripture, was always talking about the kingdom of God or the kingdom of heaven. But what is the kingdom of heaven? Well, the kingdom of heaven is where God rules and where God reigns. Now, we know that God reigns in heaven itself. But when Jesus came to earth, he was extending and sharing and offering people the chance to enter the kingdom of heaven. Do you remember when Jesus was teaching his disciples to pray? One of the lines of what we now know as the Lord's Prayer was this: "Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven." Well, Jesus became known as the Messiah. The Messiah was God's anointed one, God's chosen one, God's chosen king. Jesus, as the Messiah, was the king who came from heaven down to earth and offering anyone the chance to enter the kingdom and to know God for themselves. It's the most glorious, the most magnificent kingdom ever, and anyone had the chance to be part of it. You know, in this series, we're going to focus on various parables, some stories that Jesus told about the kingdom of heaven. Now, I want to give you the opportunity to stop the video if you want to, and to discuss or to have a think about what a parable is. There's a space on your worksheet for that question, and I'll give you a moment to discuss, just a minute or two, and then we can come back. Well, a parable is an everyday story with a spiritual meaning. Jesus was so clever because he used things in the world around him, just everyday examples of things, to point to a significant truth about who God is, who Jesus is himself, what life's about, what people are like, and how we can respond to really the good news about God and Jesus. And so therefore, as we read the parables, will we respond in faith to the things that Jesus wants to say to us about who he is? The disciples of Jesus asked him a question. They said, "Jesus, why do you speak to the people in parables?" In effect, what they were saying was, "Jesus, why don't you just give it to people straight? Why don't you just tell them what to do? Surely that would be easier." Jesus's parables revealed the truth about God, about Jesus, about life. But they only revealed those things to those who really wanted to know them. So let's read about what Jesus actually said in response to that question from the disciples. Why did he speak in parables? Let's look at this from Matthew chapter 13, verses 11 to 17. He replied, "Because the knowledge of the secrets of the kingdom of heaven has been given to you, but not to them. Whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. This is why I speak to them in parables. Though seeing, they do not see. Though hearing, they do not hear or understand. In them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah. You will be ever hearing, but never understanding. You will be ever seeing, but never perceiving. For this people's heart has become calloused. They hardly hear with their ears, and they have closed their eyes. Otherwise they might see with their eyes, hear with their ears, understand with their hearts, and turn, and I would heal them. But blessed are your eyes because they see, and your ears because they hear. For truly I tell you, many prophets and righteous people long to see what you see, but did not see it, and to hear what you hear, but did not hear it." You see, the stories themselves are so accessible. They capture our imagination. But will we grasp the truths that these stories really point to? As someone put it like this, "The parables bring light for those who look for it, And for those who do not, the darkness intensifies. You see, whilst there's a plain meaning to the parables themselves, we have to work hard to actually seek the truth that they reveal. We've got to want to know what Jesus is saying. We've got to want to understand how we can respond to him and trust him and submit to him. So a response is necessary. It will affect our life greatly. And whilst there are many blessings, so many blessings from responding to Jesus, we also know that there are some challenges and some sacrifices involved too. Isaiah the prophet knew that throughout history, many people would hear the messages from God about the life that he really wants for us. But so many people would block up their ears or block up their minds, and their hearts would be calloused. They'd become hardened towards God. Another prophet, Jeremiah, told us that actually our hearts are deceitful because we really don't want to go God's way or give ourselves over to submit to him. Therefore, the message of the kingdom of heaven is a bit like a secret. It's a bit of a mystery. Why? Because only those who wish to see it really will. For everyone else, God, Jesus, the Bible, church, faith, it's all a bit of a sideshow in the circus of life. And so here's my challenge for you today, and as we begin this series together. Do you want to hear and to really understand? Do you want to see and really perceive the truths about Jesus, about God, about the kingdom? Do you want to become someone who receives the knowledge of the secrets of the kingdom of heaven? I'll tell you what, if you do, and you really grab hold of it, your life will be changed. It will be completely transformed.